Hey y'all, let's talk about sugar today. Now, sugar is something that a lot of people have grown to be addicted to these days, and rightly so, because guess what it does in the body? Well, let me be more specific. White sugar is what I'm talking about. White sugar actually is translated like a drug inside the body. Yes, a drug. Meaning that it not only affects the body, but our brains. It can cause cognitive damage in the brain. Okay? It can also affect your memory and attention, like attention deficit. Many of our kids and some adults struggle with ADD. And sugar is not something that helps that situation. As a matter of fact, it makes it worse. But not only does it affect the brain and the nervous system, because that's all in our brain, the neurotransmitters, right? It can also affect the body with weight gain. It can destroy a liver. Yes, liver. Diabetes, of course, is not a friend too, and can cause it. Also, it causes inflammatory issues throughout the body. It dirties up our blood, yes, makes it thick, and therefore it constrains the flow of our blood, causing high blood pressure, heart disease, in some cases, strokes, heart attacks. So white sugar is not our friend, people. It is the cocaine that's acceptable in society. It is really similar to a cocaine reaction in our bodies. It is. And for some of y'all, crack. Absolutely. Because we act like crackheads when it comes to it. It's hard to kick a sugar habit. I know. I was a sugar addict. Sometimes I still struggle. However, for the most part, I've kicked it. And again, it's crack. It's crack. How many of y'all have actually tried to give up sugar? It's like a real drug, y'all. So let's talk about some alternatives to white processed sugar. Now, don't get me wrong. It's not just white processed sugar. Like brown sugar is almost the exact same thing. So just because it's brown doesn't mean it's better. Except for in one case. So let's talk alternatives. Turbinado sugar, guys, raw cane sugar, it's a tad bit better. A tad bit better. Is it going to spike up your blood sugar levels? Maybe a tad bit, a tad bit. It's not something that you want to use on a daily basis, but it is a better alternative than white sugar. But what's even better than that? Coconut sugar, y'all. Now, I have to admit, coconut sugar isn't that sweet. However, you can work with it. So you may have to use more of it. You might have to combine it with something else, and we'll get into that in a second. But it does not spike your glucose levels like the other sugars will. Another alternative, one of my favorites, maple syrup. Maple syrup is full of minerals, y'all. Did y'all know that? Did y'all know that the body needs minerals? I'm sure you didn't. But anyway, zinc. What is zinc good for? Boosting the immune system. Haven't we learned that in the pandemic? And there are other minerals and vitamins, all in the maple syrup. So this is a good alternative. And I use this in mostly everything, in my smoothies, and desserts, some drinks. Maple syrup is my go-to sweetener, number one. Now here's another sugar alternative, date sugar. Do you guys like dates? Like raw dates? Like they're pretty sweet, right? If you ever had them. And it probably will be sweeter if you actually simmer the dates, raw dates in water and made a syrup from it. Date sugar isn't that sweet either. However, some people have managed to make very delicious desserts out of date sugar. I'm not sure how that has been done because when you taste it out of the bag, it's not sweet. It's kind of tart, to tell the truth. However, I can see, but here's the trick. You have to put heat to it. It changes when you actually cook it. Like, there are some really good vegan recipes that use date sugar to substitute for caramel. That's another video. However, if you're trying to make a dish that does not require heat, you may have to cut the portion down to add an additional sweetener for the taste. And what would that additional sweetener be? Maple syrup. That's what I would do. It would be half date sugar, half maple syrup. I use that in my chocolate. And last but not least, honey. Good old local honey is best. Do you know a bee farmer? I do. Anyway, honey, if you buy it raw, unpasteurized, it does have very good benefits to it, right? So honey is good. However, honey is very sweet at the same time. And you shouldn't be giving this to your babies, which you all know about. I always keep a jar of honey on deck. Yes, at the crib. Here. Yes, because honey is good in my tea, my herbal teas. Absolutely. So that is all I want to share with you in regards to sweeteners, healthy sweeteners. I hope that you learned something here today. And remember, let's try to kick that habit of white sugar. It's only hurting us, guys. It's lowering our immunity. It's causing us to manifest illnesses if we don't already have some. And if you don't, you might be holding some of that right here in the midsection. Let's find some alternatives. That's the thing to life. That's the sweetness about life. There are always alternatives. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the_wellness_circle_LLC and on Facebook at Wellness Circle. Also, I'm on YouTube as The Wellness Circle. I'm on Twitter as The Wellness Circle. And guess what? We have a marketplace online where everything is wellness. Check us out. TheWellnessCircleLLC.com. That's right, a marketplace. The Wellness Marketplace that provides everything that you need to assist you with preventative care and to help you achieve or maintain wellness. So thank you for tuning in. Peace.